Hey, welcome back. This is Genevieve with Embrace Hair Art. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do feed-in braids on natural hair. So I did wash my client's hair with the Embrace Deep Cleanse Melon Cleanser, and I also used the Embrace Tress Repair Protein Treatment in her hair, especially before an install because it has keratin, wheat and silk proteins. I also applied the Embrace leave-in and style frosting on her damp hair, and I layered a heat protectant over that, and then I blow dried her hair. So after I blow dried her hair, I used the Embrace whipped cream hair and body icing pretty much just to pop some moisture back into her hair and create a barrier between the braiding gel, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Just some tips. It's really good to part out the sections before you start braiding, just because it just adds time. You want to just pretty much stay organized, but I parted the sections and I flat twisted them real quick so no loose hair would be in the way. Another tip is to have your braiding hair ready to go. Like, it's just really smart to just have it laid out. I know some stylists have their clients hold it, but my experience is when the client is holding it, they're not giving me the sizes that I need, so it's just easier to have the hair laid out, and it just saves time. And I like to use a pre-stretched hair because it pretty much gives you a nice tapered natural look on the end, and it ultimately saves time. Like, I pretty much ban all expression hair. Don't bring me any expression hair. I don't want any of my clients to ever bring me expressions hair. But I do provide hair for my clients, as you can see it here. So it's already laid out. You see it's not real frizzy, very easy to work with. You want to use a good braiding gel. One of my favorites is the Vonte Silk Effects, which you see me putting on right here. I like to put it on the back of my hand so that I can continuously move and not keep dipping back in the jar. And I like to use a rat tail comb to kind of smooth it on, just to be organized. It's one of a few that I use. I use different ones based on the person's hair, but like I said, you just want to try to be organized. So I usually divide that first triangle, or I split it into 3 sections, and here is where I may add hair at the beginning, and I pretty much crisscross 2 small strands to make 3 strands, and then I laid that on top of those 3 sections. And I usually start adding the next piece of hair usually on the 5th or 7th count. And I usually add it on the right. I usually swing that bottom piece under my index finger, and then I do 1 braid revolution, and then I swing, see this part, I swing it under, and then I do another revolution. And I'm pretty much picking up hair as I go. So here again, you're gonna see me add it on the right. I'm securing it with my index finger, and then I am going to pull that top strand down under there again, but you see I'm picking up hair as I go. So you can think of it as side winding, but doing feed-in braids can be pretty difficult, especially if you do not know how to cornrow or braid, because what you'll do is you'll just only confuse yourself. So if you want to do feed-in braids, you need to get down pat how to actually braid. Do that first, and then this will come very, very easy to you. I've been braiding since I was 5 years old, so this comes very easy. It's pretty much second nature. I don't even think about it. I know I said where to add the hair, but I just do it. But one thing I'll mention also is I typically use 1/3 of a pack of braiding hair. I'll list the hair that I use below. Sometimes I use half a pack per braid, depending on how thick my client wants the braid to be. Another tip I want to mention is once you get past that little curve in the head, it's really best to sit down, like sit down on a stool, like instead of getting real low and messing up your back. So here you saw I have a stool and I just whip it out and I sit down when I need to get low, especially when you get to the nape. And if you braid like how I braid, with my hands in a drop position, I need to sit down. Some people do it with their hands up, or higher, but this works best for me. But here you see again I added that hair on the right. I pretty much swung that bottom piece under my index finger, and then I did one braid revolution, and then I wrapped that top part under, and I'm picking up hair at the same time. So again, if you do not know how to cornrow or braid, it is best to learn how to braid first. Typically once I'm done, I like to use black strips, wrap the hair. You kind of saw me earlier using my comb to smooth in any flyaways. I also like to dip the ends in hot water. So even though I'm braiding all the way to the end and this hair is tapered, it still just gives a nice finished look. So I do dip the ends in hot water. And sorry about my room, y'all. My suite, they were actually remounting the shelves to the wall. So normally it looks a whole lot better in here. But thanks for watching. Please like the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to try and upload more tutorials and videos in the salon and you know, dealing with my natural hair journey. Thanks again. Bye.